festive crowd ready for football as we join you from the German capital of Berlin. Straight ahead, a good look in store this afternoon. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. And off we go from the German capital. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Yeah, probably the biggest surprise of the 2024 draft was the Falcons making Michael Penix Jr. the 8th overall pick. Because remember, only a few months earlier, Mike, the big news, they signed Kirk Cousins to the big free agent contract, and then they turn around and they draft the future. So going into this year, there is no question. Michael Penix Jr. is the face. He's the future of that Falcons organization. And in their mind, they think this year they're in a position to compete, and they want to compete now.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds on to that ball for one count longer. And most likely was going to result in a sack.
And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick fourth down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. Back deep for the Colts, Anthony Gould. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
they get 22 yards there. That's good for a Colts first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And good work defensively to stop this one after a gain of 5. And it will be 4th and long.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Number 8, Kyle Pitts. 5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked.
The punt is blocked. That ties the game.
The Colts offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. Drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, juking his way forward for a gain of a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. And he'll be taken down. Do we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's in! Alex Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Colts 7, Falcons 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Left side in the hands of London. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll go with the sneak. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
1st down, Atlanta.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. DeForest Buckner getting in for the sack. That's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
And now after this last sack, this offensive drive has just completely gone off the rails, Mike, and their chances of picking up this 1st down are somewhere between slim and none.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught. It's high. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And remember, the last time they tried this, he had it blocked. On the return is Gould. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Loss of a yard.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
From the gun, it's Jones. That one complete to Pierce. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Back to throw is Jones. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Indianapolis.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Jones to the air again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. Here's Penix. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That run taken in by London. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They need 8 as they come up for third down. As we are ready to get back underway. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0. As they begin with a first and 10. On play action, it's Jones. On the run to the right, and he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
Trying on the left side and caught by Pittman.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Up the sideline to the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Robinson. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. Going up top. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Jones. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 14.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Whoa! And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 5. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
Throwing is Penix. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical third downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
To the right, that's Pitts. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
Penix on 3rd down. Forced out left. He'll try to run for it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
He'll step up and run. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. They spot it where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 19-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. And Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. Romo's kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board. It's 7-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. 1 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Jones operating out of the pistol. Down the field, he's got Warren. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
At the 37-yard
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard.
Defenses always have to make a decision, Mike. How do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Give up the middle to Taylor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Jones. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's going to have a Colts 1st down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
Brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Once more from the 2, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Badgley now, attack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3.
The score, Colts 14, Falcons 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Penix. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
It is second and 6. Back to throw. Here's Penix. The throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Falcons.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, halftime straight ahead. And we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The tackle by Jalen Walker. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Third and 2. Here we go. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Give a lot of credit to the left side of this offensive line. They're the ones who are going to do all of the work here, opening up that lane for their guy to run through. And really nice patience there by the back, letting his blocks develop to make sure he can pick up that first down.
Working across the field, it's complete to Pittman. They pick up 17 through the air. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 20. First down, Indianapolis.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Jones now on first down. His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. On second down, here's a run with Caleb. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2 yards. It's third down and 5.
Here now, third and 5. That's Pierce in motion. Jones going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts going to open up a 17-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. He's got his tight end, Pretoriano. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 7. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2 yards.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Third and 9. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And now it's fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Root Orororo there on the
2
tackle.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. In the gun, it's Jones. He takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They go right back to Taylor. There he goes, inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down, but not until he gets to the Colts' 13-yard line. A big run from Taylor, 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Take the handoff. Now Jones. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try.
A 28-yard
This is about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Falcons 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down, Atlanta.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first down, it's Penix. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and timing.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And it was really the lack of production on first and second down that put them in this hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till third down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those first and seconds and take the fight to the defense.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Another run here for Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
And a Falcon first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air.
And he will score! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Extra point attempt to come here.
Lining up for the extra point.
His kick is good. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10.
20. Falcons 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Jones keeping this one. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. That is caught out wide on the RPO.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Third down and 9. Back to throw is Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs.
A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
It's a gain of 17 yards.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Here's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. London brought in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Taken down back at the 50-yard line.
It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Penix. Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. And the Falcon first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge long.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown Atlanta. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
An extra point attempt to follow.
For the extra point.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Moving to his left. He will stay in bounds to keep the clock moving as he goes down on his own. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Jones going to hang on to it here, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The 47-yard line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
In motion comes Pittman. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
Here's Jones to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Third and long. Now Jones. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Daniel Jones.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Colts about to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done, and really nice job here by the defensive front.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 13 yards.
Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. They'll go play action now with Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And that ball incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
On 3rd down, Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 4th down.
The offense had a decision to make. Was it more important to keep the clock rolling or maintain possession? They take a little bit of a conservative approach there, keeping the ball on the ground. Now brings up 4th down.
The Colts about set to punt.
On to punt for the Colts.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Defense. Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action now. It's Jones. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll get this out wide. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
The 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Taylor. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Josh Downs. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, a successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
Oh, my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
Now, Michael Penix and the Falcons down 20-17. A minute 54 remain. The late fumble gives them an unexpected new life as they come up on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver Even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Penix on third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. You gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Colts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the Colts. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The crowd loved it. Not ready to go home just yet. What a night. As we say, so long from Berlin.